Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Indra Prayuda. I'm from NK3 Literature, and here I'm going to present my assignment of the two stories that I chose. The first story is Alice in Wonderland. It was published in 1895 and it is written by Lewis Carroll. So here is the summary presentation. Um, when When a rabbit goes by, Alice is napping on the bank of a river. The rabbit vanishes down the massive hole, sending Alice on a mad chase through a dark tunnel. After a seemingly unending fall, Alice falls in a long, dark corridor lined with shuttered doors. She discovers a golden key that leads her to a lovely garden. She wants to go exploring the garden, but she is too short. She finds a bottle labeled "Drink Me" and she drinks it, which causes her to shrink. Then she finds and eats a sweet labeled "Eat Me", which causes her to grow too large to pass through the doorway. Alice breaks down in tears and is upset. When she is small, she slides into a puddle formed by her own tears. When she is large, she swims to shore with a group of animals, and she encounters a mouse and attempts to converse with it. But the mouse is cruel to her. The mouse offers to tell her a sad story about the Pole's coast. Alice, on the other hand, swims to the shore with other creatures. Alice and the other animals make their way out of the pools of tears. They To dry themselves, one of them recommends a courses race. For this race, everyone's a winner. They leave Alice alone after they finish the race and become dry. While she sits alone, the white rabbit passes by again, prompting her to visit the white rabbit house. She takes another potion in the white rabbit's house, which causes her to grow large and occupy the entire house with her body. She ultimately finds and consumes a little cake that shrinks her back down to her original size. She discovers a mushroom with a caterpillar perched on top after fleeing the house. The caterpillar advises her about the mushrooms, and it informs her that one of the side mushrooms will make her tall, while the other will make her short. On the first attempt, she grows taller than the trees and develops a snake-like neck. It causes pigeons to swarm around her head, suspecting her of being a bird egg hunter. She tries to eat another sections of the mushrooms to remedy the situations, and it works. She shrinks and becomes the ideal height for Alice in Wonderland. Alice comes and enters a strange mansion. She walks into the house kitchens and discovers a really posh soup. While carrying a newborn, she saw a trench in the midst of the room. Alice a baby, receives the baby from the trenches. The baby gradually transforms into a pig, and Alice lets it go. Alice encounters a cat who told her the hatter's addressed. Everyone is insane here, the cat says. Alice has a tea party with the next figures or the next characters she encounters in Wonderland. The Hatter, the March Hare, and the Dormouse are the names. At the tea party, Alice is treated brutally. Alex walks into the strange garden of the King and Queen's Heart, an animated playing card and another deck of cards, who have just arrived for a game of croquet. Alice joins a difficult game which the flamingo serves as a hammer and the head dog serves as a quarter ball. In the game, Queens of the Heart is constantly demanding that one or more people be beheaded. At the end, the only players left were the King and Queens of Hearts, Alice and the Duchess. Alice is subsequently introduced to the mock turtle or griffon, who teach her a difficult dance known as the lobster quadrille. Alice tried to understand some of the poetry but kept mispronouncing the words. When a distant voice streamed out, the experiment begins. He told the Griffon and the Mock Turtle about his adventure. Alice walks to the courtyard where the experiment has been set up. The judge scribbled their own names so they wouldn't forget them, while Alice stood there watching. As presiding judge, the King of Hearts warned witness not to be afraid, or I will execute you on spot. Just before she was called as a witness, Alice realized that she had grown again, causing all the jurors to collapse. There was nothing reasonable about any other questions. After all, she is now told that no one in court can intimidate her. Stuff and crap, Alice exclaimed as the Queen ordered to Knave to be punished before the judgment was rendered. You are nothing but a deck of cards, Alice cried as the Queen called for his executions. The entire load went to the skies and flew directly above it. Alice tries to outrun them, but when she wakes up, she is sleeping by the river, and her older sister is brushing some leaves over her face. He informed his sister of his weird dream, and her sister takes Alice out for tea. But the older girl remained at the bank, wondering about Alice's misadventures in Wonderland.